Alrighty, now let's head over to our official picks of this week, folks. We predicted and reacted to these lines last night on the show, and we found some real great value. We slept on these lines, and we are ready to give you our best picks of this week, folks. Let's remind y'all what we did last week. Our 3 locks were Dolphins plus 2.5. They lose by 2. That's a win, folks. Half a point hooks finally coming away for takes by fans. Fantastic, finally. We had Titans plus 5, and don't even get me started on that one. I will go in a rage, and we're already going to go in a rage already because what y'all did last night, I can't even forgive y'all what y'all did last night, but y'all will understand what y'all did last night when I tell y'all what y'all did last night. But we had Titans plus 5 last week. They went by 24. Plus 5, plus 24. Sheesh. Fantastic. And then we had the Panthers minus 2.5. Fools on us. I mean, the one time we bet Sam Darnold lets us down big time. We put him in our lock section. They lose by 22, and we had a minus 2.5. We will never make that mistake again, folks. And then in our 99% guarantees, we had Raiders minus 2.5. They win by 11. That was fantastic value. We had 49ers minus 4.5. They lose by 12 in the pouring rain. Unfortunate. And then we had the Jets plus 6.5, and they lose by 41. I had to do the math because they put up 53 points, folks. The Patriots did, and you lose by 41, and we were only getting 6.5. Yikes. But Zach Wilson went down. Unfortunate. We bet on him solely. We took that game solely because we were believing in Zach Wilson, and he gets knocked out of the game. Unfortunate. So officially, we went 3-3 for the week. Unofficially, we're not going to count the Jets game because Zach Wilson went down. We're not going to count the 49ers game because it was a torrential downpour. We'll take responsibility for the Panthers. So unofficially, we went 3-1. Which is pretty good. So, we go by unofficial. We go by unofficials here. So let's get cracking on this week on what's looking tasty and appetizing and enticing to us and what we are going to be betting on this week. So we do 6 picks overall, 3 picks in our lock section. You can bet whatever you want. These will hit. Did you not just hear what we did last week in our lock section? We went 2-1. So bet whatever you want. These are locks, folks. And then in our 99% guarantees, we do 3 picks in those as well. We feel very, very confident about those picks. We could potentially see maybe one thing going wrong that derails the bet, but overall we are still feeling very, very good about them. So let's start here with our locks, and maybe one of the best values of the week right here. One of the best, not the best, but one of the best. Our first pick in our lock section, we're going to take the Falcons minus 3. This is a new Falcons team. We're starting to see the turnaround offensively. The defense still needs to shore up a little bit right here, but we don't think it's going to be a problem this week because of who they're facing. They're facing the Panthers on the road. Are we really going to believe the Panthers are finally gonna get it done? No Christian McCaffrey still this week. So yeah, Sam Darnold will still flounder. I mean, this man is looking absolutely not very good. And it's not just Sam Darnold, folks. Remember, Wednesday film study, we kind of figured out the problem. It's the entire offense. It's the play calling. It's the receivers. It's Sam Darnold, all not on the same page. And they're looking very, very bad. I don't think they get it done this week. And we only have to swallow 3 here in Atlanta. And that's just because they're at home. Absolutely. This offense is getting it going. They're starting to use Kyle Pitts even more. Matt Ryan is kind of getting it done in the clutch, which we haven't really seen in a long time. These last 2 weeks, he's really been kind of stepping up in the situations that he needs to 100%. So for that, we shout it out. And then could we talk about Cordero Patterson, folks? The running back here for this Falcons team now has Arthur Smith, who, worked with Derrick Henry, and Cordero Patterson, who's never made anything of himself as a running back. Folks, we can bring up his stats quickly. Cordero Patterson. I mean, I want to say the most rushing yards he ever had in a season was like 200. Let's quickly see what he's done all career long. Rushing yards. We're just going to go from 2013 to 2020. He had 158, 117, 15, 43, 121, 228, 103, 232. No, those are not single game totals, folks. Those are season-long totals. Season-long totals. I know for Derrick Henry, those are single game totals. So he's never been a running back. He's never even really been that great wide receiver either. Let's tell y'all his receiving yards for every season, starting from 2013 going to 2020. 469, 384, 10, 453, 309, 247, 83, 132. So he's never been a receiver. He's never been a running back. He's just been kind of a little bit of a gadget player. But this season, he is getting it done. Arthur Smith is truly figuring out how to use Cordero Patterson, and he is having his best season. He has 233 rushing yards so far this season, which is 1 yard more than his best season. And it's only been 6 games, folks. It's only been 6 games, and he already has his single season rushing record. And he already has 296 receiving yards as well. He has in total 529 yards so far this season through 6 games. What does he have overall? These are his overall total yards for the entire season, folks, from 2013 to 2020. 627, 501, 25, 496, 430, 475, 186, 364. In this season, like we just said, 529. He is already breaking every single season of total yards. He's already breaking every other season besides his rookie year, and he's on track to break that. He only needs 100 more yards and has 11 more games. We think he can get it done. So shout out to Arthur Smith, utilizing Cordero Patterson exactly how he needs to. Shout out to Matt Ryan for getting it done, and Kyle Pitts truly emerging right here. This Panthers offense is pathetic, while this Falcons offense is rising over these last 2 weeks. We are back buying this Falcons team. Falcons -3. Love the value right here. We thought it was going to be, we predicted the line at Falcons -7 when we talked about this game. And now we only have to swallow 3. We will absolutely do that 100%. Great value here. Falcons -3. I love this bet. Alrighty, now time for the most disrespect I've ever seen, folks. 3 straight weeks of utter straight-up disrespect for this Titans team, and we are going to take the Titans +3. Now, if you've listened to the show last night, you may be thinking, well, weren't the Titans +2 last night? Yes, they were. From about 7 o'clock last night to about 11 a.m. this morning, y'all bet this line up to Titans +3. You know how you get the Titans +3 from Titans +2 in less than 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Everybody's betting the Colts -2. Everybody's on the Colts, and now y'all have inflated the Titans value. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for giving us even better value, and we are definitely going to be taking the great value of Titans +3. We've taken the Titans +6. We've taken the Titans +5 over the last 2 weeks, and they have won outright on both of them. And now they're on the road against this Colts team, and you still want to give them Titans +3? Okay, we told y'all last night we are ready to bankrupt Vegas. Takes by fans will single-handedly bring down the empire that is betting in Vegas. We are ready for the challenge. We do our due diligence. We've seen it, and we know what's going to happen. This Titans team blows out the Colts. They win outright. We get them +3, and like I said, I know this kind of studio looks exactly like the studio from what we've been doing this last year and a half so far over here at Takes by Fans, but this is just a picture behind me. I'm actually out in the wild right now, folks. I'm homeless. I have my home up for auction right now because I'm getting more money to bet Titans +3 to bankrupt Vegas. So yes, I am in the wild right now. There are tigers and bears all over here. I'm scared for my life, but I'm ready to cash in, baby. Titans +3 is utter disrespect. 3 straight weeks of Vegas disrespecting the Titans, and we cannot let it stand anymore, folks. Hammer, 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 Titans +3. I told y'all to bet Titans +2 last night, and y'all turned around and bet Colts -2. That's disrespectful as heck, folks. What are y'all doing out here? Disrespecting me. Vegas is disrespecting them. It's me and the Titans. Ride or die to the end. Titans +3, amazing value, folks. This Colts offense is nothing good. They beat the 49ers in a downpour because the 49ers turned the ball over 4 times. They won 2 weeks ago because they had 3 plays that went big. That was it against the Texans. They didn't beat the Texans. The Texans defense gave up 3 big shot plays, and that's all they won. And T.Y. Hilton is questionable for this Colts team, and y'all still want to give the Titans +3 points on the road. Absolutely utter disrespect, and I will not let y'all stand for it anymore, folks. I am hanging the entire reputation of Takes by Fans. That's also in the Bet with Vegas. It's my house. It's the show. It's my identity. I've made an agreement that I have to go off the grid, and you will never hear from me if we lose this bet here of Titans +3. So everything is on the line here for me. And I hope y'all can see the confidence that I have and to kind of tail our bet here. Titans +3, folks. When will the disrespect end? We don't know, but we'll cash in until it does. Still disrespect, still cashing in. Titans +3. All right, and then our last pick in our lock section, and you've heard me right. I'm putting this game in our lock section, baby. I'm loving what we're seeing week by week with this Jaguars offense overall. We still don't like Urban Meyer, but what this Jaguars team is doing, we are getting behind it. We are taking the Jags +4 here on the road against the Seahawks. All right, this Jags team coming off of a bye, off of that great London win. Trevor Lawrence leading his team down the field when he needs to in the big instances, big moments of that game, making some big time throws out here. Like we said, Trevor Lawrence is the best rookie quarterback of this year's draft class. No debate. The Seahawks team with Geno Smith, we've seen Geno Smith a couple of times, always close right here. These games always come to the wire. And what happens? Geno Smith has the ball in his hands, and somehow he loses the game. Throws an interception, fumbles, can't move the ball. They lose all 3 of their games with Geno Smith at the helm. So this is just going to be a close game. Geno Smith can't even move the ball. They couldn't even move the ball last week where they only put up 3 points. So this Jaguars team coming off the bye, hopefully Urban Meyer has treated this team right off of a bye, Urban Meyer's first bye. Once again, we just heard, kind of had the narrative discussion of Robert Saleh last week, first-time head coach coming off of a bye. This is a chance to kind of start your legacy coming off of a bye. We all know the big Andy Reid stat of always great off of the bye, winning and covering the spread. Bill Belichick, kind of the same thing there, coming off of a bye. So with Urban Meyer, first time coming off of a bye here, let's see how he sets the tempo. If he kept this Jaguars team together after the London win, because that was their first one of the season. It was celebratory. They were all joyful because they finally won a game, and we're not blaming them. Obviously, you win a game, you're going to celebrate. So this Jaguars team can start building on that first win, and they had 2 weeks to prepare for Geno Smith. We think the defense can get it done. We think the offense can get it done, and we're getting +4 points. You feel comfortable swallowing 4 points with Geno Smith, who can't move the ball right here and doesn't even target DK Metcalf. That's why when we just talked about the Thursday night football game from last night, go to your weapons. Geno Smith was not utilizing DK Metcalf last week. He had 2 targets. What are we doing out there? What are we doing? So Jaguars +4. I think it's great value right here. The Seahawks aren't going to blow out this Jaguars team. Jaguars on rest. Watch out for Trevor Lawrence to truly start to alrighty. Now he's got kind of that first kind of quarter of the season under his belt. He had 2 weeks to watch film of himself to see what he can clean up. And let's see how he does after the bye. I'm loving the Jaguars here, and we get 4 points. I think it's great value. I think they win outright. I'll take the Jaguars +4. So our 3 locks this week are Falcons -3, Titans +3, and Jaguars +4. Getting some real great value in all of these games right here. Getting points and not having to swallow too many. This is exactly what we were looking for, and we got it last night. Fantastic. Falcons -3, Titans +3, Jaguars +4, folks. Alrighty, now let's head over to our 99% guarantees. Alrighty. All right, our first pick in our 99% guarantees, we've gone from this team being a bonus bet to ours to officially making our official top 6 picks here. And our first pick is going to be the Bengals -11. Bengals on the road against the Jets. No Zach Wilson. Are we going to believe in Mike White or James Morgan, whoever's going to be quarterbacking here for the Jets? Of course not. In this Bengals team, this is the time to show that they can move the ball consistently, score consistently throughout an entire game without having a shot play, a play that breaks big to really kind of get them going. This is the game to truly prove that this is a good offense and not just kind of a one-time big play offense that kind of wins the game here. We saw that against the Packers They got down a little big, a little two possession right there. They hit Jamar Chase. It goes big. They're right back in it. Then we saw it last week against the Ravens. A big shot play that goes to Jamar Chase. It breaks big. And that game was still close last week against the Ravens and the Bengals. This time, there's really no good in this Jets team, coaching, defense, offense. They just gave up 53 points to the Patriots, folks. 53 points. This Bengals offense is ready to keep rolling. The defense will not allow a backup quarterback to do anything. So we will be swallowing 11 points here by the Bengals. Why we had this in our 99% guarantees is just because there is an instance where the Bengals just kind of come down to earth a little bit. The media's hyping them up. We've been hyping them up. Everybody's hyping them up. They may overlook this Jets team a little bit and maybe a backdoor cover because we are talking about 11 points right here, but we just can't be afraid. We have to live and die by it. This is great value. We don't have to swallow like 14 or 16 or 17 or 20 or even 30 because, like I said, the Jets lost by 41 points last week. So, theoretically, Vegas could be like, yeah, Bengals minus 30, and that would still not be disrespectful to the Jets. That'd be kind of right on par of where the line really should be. So we're going to take the Bengals minus 11 here and ride and die by the result, but we feel very, very good that the Bengals don't overlook this game and get it done throughout all four quarters. Bengals minus 11. Alrighty, next pick up here is going to be Bucks minus 4.5. I love this value. We thought we were going to have to swallow 9.5 when we predicted the line, and now it's only minus 4.5. What is this Saints offense going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to dink and dunk like they've been doing all season and not air it out? Because if they do, the Bucks defense is just going to press and not allow you to do anything, and that's going to result into some good field position for the Bucks. Whether it's turnovers, whether it's, forcing punts because from like their own 20-yard line because the Saints can't move the ball. The Saints don't move the ball, folks. This offense does not move the ball. I get that they're 4-2, but they don't move the ball. They don't move the ball. And how do you win in this game? You have to move the ball. The Bears couldn't move the ball at all last week. What happened? A blowout win for the Bucks. And we only have to swallow 4.5 here on the road here. Jameis Winston's first game against this Bucks team. You don't think Bruce Arians wants to kind of be like, yeah, I made the right decision of getting rid of you for Tom Brady? You don't think Bruce Arians is going to kind of coach up this game? You don't think Tom Brady is going to go to bat for Bruce Arians? Bruce Arians went to bat for Tom Brady last season to win a Super Bowl. First time on a new team, first year away from Bill Belichick. You don't think kind of Bruce Arians like, hey, Tom, I need you to step up a little bit big for me like I stepped up big for you coaching-wise and getting all the pieces here last season. I need you to kind of repay me because I'm going against Jameis Winston, my former quarterback. You were going against your former head coach, and I made you win your Super Bowl. Year one, you got to step up and blow out Jameis Winston for me because, that was my decision to get rid of Jameis and bring you in. So I need you to kind of, I had your back, you had my back, and Tom Brady's like, oh, of course, I'm up for the challenge. Absolutely. I appreciate you. Now I'm cemented as the greatest of all time because of you. I'll step up this game even better than I've been doing these last, year and a half so far for Tampa Bay. So I'm loving I think this is great value. We don't have to swallow that many points. We get it under the 7 points of the Bucks win by 7. We're bingo, bango, golden right there. I just don't see the Saints team moving the ball on this Bucks defense. And Jameis Winston maybe kind of tries to do a little bit too much to kind of, win against his former team and all that. So Bucks only minus 4.5. It's Tom Brady and company. This Bucks defense eats the Saints offensive line. This Saints team is not good, folks. We kind of called this Eagles team what are they, 2-4? We kind of call them the best 2-4 team that there is. And I'm going to say this right now, that this Saints team is the worst 4-2 team in the league, folks. The Bucks are better than them at 6-1. The Green Bay Packers are better than them at 6-1. The Cardinals are better than them at 7-1. The Rams are better than them at 6-1. The Cowboys are better than them at 5-1. The Titans are better than them at 5-2. I would even say the Colts are better than the Saints at 3-4. The Bills are obviously better than them at 4-2. The Raiders are better than them at 5-2. The Chargers are better than them at 4-2. The Chiefs are better than them at 3-4. The Bengals are better than them at 5-2. The Baltimore Ravens are better than them at 5-2. The Browns are better than them at 4-3. I take the Browns over than the Saints. And I also take the Steelers at 3-3. Their offense is trash too. I take the Steelers over the Saints offense any day of the week, folks. We only have to give it 4.5. I'm loving it. Bucks minus 4.5. And then our last pick of the week and our last pick in our 99% guarantees, we're going Patriots +4, folks, here. Some good value getting 4 points here. We know how Bill Belichick does defensively, just absolutely shut down Zach Wilson in the Jets offense last week. This Chargers team just got blown out by the Ravens. They had a bye. They're coming off of the bye. So they could be, Brandon Staley and Justin Herbert could have kind of truly gotten into the nitty gritty here of what the Patriots are going to throw to them, and maybe they do blow out the Patriots. I don't think that happens, but that is why we have this in our 99% guarantees. Chargers are coming off of a bye, but we get Bill Belichick going against still young Justin Herbert. And wasn't this last season, Patriots versus the Chargers? Wasn't that like the 45-0 game where they shut out the Chargers? I think it was. Should we double check? Should we double check to see what Bill Belichick did to Justin Herbert last season? Let's do that. Here we go. Let's bring it up. What the overall offense for the Chargers was looking like last season when they had to go a little toe-to-toe with Billy B and company of that defense. So here we go. Here's the game. Here it is. Week 13, folks. Week 13. The Patriots win 45-0. 45-0 against the Patriots. And this was in, I believe, this was in New England. This was SoFi Stadium. This was in LA. How unfortunate. The only thing that changed is that Anthony Lynn is out and Brandon Staley is in. But I mean, the only knock on Anthony Lynn was that he loses a close game. This game was never close. So it's not great for Brandon Staley coming into this game. But I mean, this is what Bill Belichick held Justin Herbert to. 26 of 53. Let's get that completion percentage down. Because that's not good. That's like 54, I would say. Quick math, we're going 54. Is our brain a human calculator? Let's see what we get. We got 54%. Just quick math. And it is, it's even, is that right? What's 26 times 2? 54. Is that right? 26 of 53 is 49%? Is that right? Oh, yeah, it is right. My quick math is wrong. So, okay, that's why we have the calculator here. 49% completion percentage for Justin Herbert. Yikes. 209 yards off of 26 completions, and he threw the ball 53 times. That's dink and dunk. Couldn't go down deep. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks. Oh, my goodness. Didn't fumble the ball, but still threw 2 interceptions. And they won with Cam Newton. They put up 45 points with Cam Newton doing this. 12 of 19 for 69 yards, passing 1 touchdown. That's what they did. Cam Newton also rushed for 48 yards. So you're telling me Mac Jones can't put up more than 100 yards of offense? I think they can. Bill Belichick can shut down this Chargers team. He knows how to shut down Justin Herbert and company. And like we said, we put this in our 99% guarantees because the Chargers had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Maybe they come out and win, but I think it's great value, and we can bet on Bill Belichick's defense and the game manager of Mac Jones. Patriots +4 I think is really great value this week. I really think there's some really great values all across the board this week. So those are our first official picks right here. 99% guarantees. Let's recap them. Bengals -11, Bucks -4.5, and the Patriots +4. Let's talk through some of these other values here and why we kind of didn't take them. All right, here we go. Rams at Texans. Like we said, now this spread is up to 15.5 here. And like we said, we just can't buy Davis Mills, and we're not going to swallow 15.5. That's just a little bit too much. Steelers, Browns. Steelers +3 is looking like some good value with this kind of Browns team overall. Still a little banged up, even though most of the starters are going to be playing this week. So Steelers +3.5 I think is really great value. And if we had to do a 7th pick of the week, it would be Steelers +3.5. Eagles, Lions. Eagles -3.5. I think maybe the half-a-point hook could hurt us a little bit here. That's why we're staying away from it. 49ers, Bears. We don't know what to make of this game. I highly advise to stay away from this one. I don't think it plays out. I don't even know how it plays out. So I don't even know how I think it's going to play out and how it's actually going to play out. But, I mean, we get Justin Fields stinking it up at quarterback. We get the 49ers don't even know what they want to do at quarterback, and there's a 4-point spread. I don't think it's any great value either way. Dolphins, Bills. This Bills team has blown out the Dolphins these last 2 games, so is this the time the Dolphins get the revenge? A 14-point spread, we don't want any part of that. Then we get Washington at the Broncos. Taylor Heineke let us down big time. We're not going to have any faith in betting them plus 3.5 here and keeping it close. And Teddy Bridgewater has done nothing in these last 4 weeks that kind of constitute us swallowing 3 points. So once again, I would highly advise to stay away from Washington and the Broncos as well. No great value. And then the Cowboys Vikings. Cowboys now at plus 3. It seems definitely like Dak's not playing. We kind of see that from the value of the spread here. So I really think we've got all the great value right here, and all the other ones, it's really not good value based on all the circumstances. So we took all the value this week, folks. These are all the value picks. And we love it. So one last time, recap our picks of this week. Falcons -3, Titans +3, Jags +4, Bengals -11, Bucks -4.5, and the Patriots +4.